of the sports that I do without limit, I think it's a natural thing for me to do that. I just naturally want to always see where the boundaries are, see how far I can go. So I think it's just an instinct, like an instinct that I have inside, that I just want to try to see how far I can push the edge. But well, first you have to become a big wave rider, you first have to have something inside of you that pushes you, and then you need to be exposed to the ocean, and you need to have the experience from little wave, medium wave, large wave, extra large wave. So then you need to grow. But first you need to have the desire.
It is an evolution.
It's an evolution, but it's an evolution first with a desire. You have to begin with something inside of you that wants to do that. And then you have an evolution through experience.
And the feeling is the same, little, medium, extra?
The feeling is the same. When you're beginning, little is big. And when you're better, medium is big. And when you're better and better and better, then you need bigger and bigger and bigger. So it just keeps growing, you know? It's like the first time you have a sip of alcohol, you're, right? But if you drink all the time, you need to drink a lot. So surfing is, if you, in the beginning, one small wave is monumental. But as you get better and better, you need a bigger wave to have that same feeling. You know, I don't know, because I'm in a bubble. I live in Hawaii, and unless you come into my world, then I don't know everybody that's doing you know, big wave riding, but I know that there are big wave riders in every country, and there's big wave riders in every ocean, and it's something that you're born with, and so they're everywhere. It's just that when you cross them. But I don't know any big wave riders from Spain yet, but I imagine I will. When I finished riding the wave of Teahupo in 2000, it was a culmination of my life's work and a dream that maybe I didn't know was possible. I always hoped it was possible, but I had never seen a wave like that, and I didn't know if a wave like that was possible to ride. And once I completed the ride, it was you know, an emotional moment. It was like if you are a great soccer player and you spent your whole life and you finally win the World Cup. But it was the World Cup that I had never seen before. Well, we're very normal. We're very simple people, and we don't believe what we read.
Yes.
So we live, you know, very, very simply, and we keep our life simple, and we spend a lot of time with our children and with each other, and in places where there's no people. Oh, difficult moments? Well, I've had a lot of difficult moments. You know, when I was young, I was rescued many times. As I got older, I was able to rescue myself. But one of the most difficult moments that I've had in the ocean was 2 years ago, December 3rd, when we rode waves that were bigger than maybe 30 meters or more, and a friend of mine was injured severely, and I had to tourniquet his leg so he wouldn't lose his blood, and I swam naked with no clothes. I swam maybe 2 kilometers to retrieve this jet ski, and then I rescued him on the shore, and then that was probably one of the most difficult times. I've been lost at sea before, but that in the surf with the size of the waves and my friend's injury was probably the most complicated moment. You know, I mean, it changes all the time over the years, but my choice in these last 10 years or those last 5 years is I choose the paddle, and I've been using the paddle, and I'm having a hard time letting go of the paddle. It seems that the paddle has brought me a freedom that I've been searching for, and it has brought everything that I like about all of the other disciplines into one, and I seem to choose the paddle as my new freedom.
Why is what is the feeling of paddle and different of the rest?
Well, you're always standing like you are in windsurfing and kiting, but you can go any direction. The wind doesn't determine where you go. The challenge of going out and coming in, and the moves, the maneuvers that you can do because of the paddle on the wave. I'm able to do maneuvers and ride boards in a way that I've never been able to, and doing things that I've never done. And I've been surfing for more than 40 years. And so anytime you've been surfing or doing anything for 40 years and you're able to do something new, it's exciting and inspiring.
The stand-up paddle is part of origins of surf, no?
Oh yeah, I mean, stand-up paddling is more ancient than any other discipline of surfing, because it marries the two. And paddling has been around longer than surfing because it's a way to travel. And stand-up paddling is the marriage of the two, is the traveling and the surfing. And it's such a it's such a core of surfing. It's such a ancient form of surfing.
Is a return of the Laird Hamilton in the origin of the surf.
Say that?
Paddle. Is a Laird Hamilton back to origin, no?
Yes.
With the paddle.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes you have to go backwards to go forwards, and I feel like I've gone back in time, but actually it's put me in front of time. So it's it's that old saying, sometimes you need to go backwards to go forwards, and I feel like I'm able to just enjoy the ocean more, to be in the ocean and enjoy it more than I ever have, and that's all I ever want. Well, I think for Laird Hamilton's, or for my, the next success for me personally is just to continue to be able to do what I've been doing, and to physically and mentally keep evolving and getting better at all of the things that I do, and just to be prepared for the conditions, to be prepared for the next big swell, and to be ready. And I think that is going to be the biggest challenge, is just to be ready to ride what the ocean creates. Mm-hmm. The only advice, I think the most important advice I can give any young, aspiring waterman is to, first of all, enjoy it. Enjoy what you're doing, and have a good time, and be open. Keep your mind open to trying new things and to continue to evolve, because it's not finished yet. There's more things coming that we haven't seen yet, and that we don't even know what they are, but there's gonna be some things coming that we're gonna get to do, but the only way you can do it is if you keep your mind open, and you're ready to be a beginner again. It's for everybody to be willing to try new things, and not to be content with only being good at one discipline, and to be a renaissance in the ocean, and in the wind, and on the mountain, and everything in life, to try new things and to keep experiencing new ways to have fun. Oh, I think we all have a limit. I think that the limit is everybody's limit is only what a human body can take. And so I don't know exactly what that is, but there is a certain point when we are just not big enough and strong enough and fast enough to do these things we want to do. And that's why we have, you know, airplanes that fly and cars that go 200, 300 kilometers, and because we're not able to, but I think that, you know, your limits really are the ones that you put on yourself. And I think as long as you keep an open mind and believing that you can do more and be better, that I think that there are no limits, but we do have a physical limit because we're a human.
Bueno, pues hemos estado con Laird Hamilton en el Total y Bananas Tour, aquí disfrutando en Guetarí, Vidar, de 2 días espléndidos, con mucho surf, muchas olas y con una fiesta impresionante. Vamos a preguntarle a Laird Hamilton cuáles son sus deseos para los lectores de Surf Living.
Come to Surf Limits, and there are no limits, so we'll see you there and see you in the ocean and enjoy surfing, whichever way you like.